Hello, this is Rantin from Kirksville, Missouri. This is Randy's Rant for 8/22/19. I just wanted to get out here today. There's a couple of things that I want to preface this with. There has been a problem that I have had with Facebook personal messenger, and this was the other day. One of my friends asked me if I had two accounts because she was seeing two different accounts. I have the screen capture that she sent to me. I don't have any way to report that. I cannot with this Mac Air, Book Air. I cannot get it to send it anywhere. I'm going to try again later and try to put my email, but usually when I do that, I can't fetch it out of the email without a whole lot of trouble. And I don't understand that. I can be on this format, YouTube, and I can go up, from YouTube, send my music down to Facebook. As you all know, I'm having a problem with, I would like to take some of my Facebook rants and send them up to my channel. I'm still working on that. I haven't made any progress. I'm going to go back, look at the video again, and repeat the steps and see if I can get the job done. Another problem is there is a meme going around on personal messenger, and it says YouTube on it, and the meme says, "Is this you?" referring to me. I've seen it with my picture on it. Don't go there, just pass it on by. Just from what I'm hearing, you cannot delete it or block it without losing a friend in doing so. They're not doing this out of viciousness. I realize that. But somebody put it out there originally to see if they can mess up your computer. And then I grant you, you will get a phone call like I'm getting all the time, where I told one of them, don't call this number again. I know you're a scammer. And what was Indian or Pakistani accent, and they're going to help you with your computer. They're going to help you right out of your money, because they plant anything that they can on your computer while you sit and let them do it. And I know this to be a fact. All right, I just wanted to get that out of the way. We are truly dealing with a president of the United States that is mentally ill. He is melting down before our eyes. I won't even be funny about it. I was going to use the snow cone reference, but it's not funny anymore. He is so worried about going to prison, which he will, if he keeps this up. And even if he doesn't keep it up, he's obstructed justice. He has now decided that you don't have a right to birthright. Being born in this country, he can still kick you out of the country or put you in prison. Ain't gonna fucking happen. I can assure you of that. There's a 14th Amendment. He's trying to break the Constitution by saying that he can decide, and ICE and people like that can decide whether you're going to remain in the country and you were born here. Just think about that for a minute. That means, according to whether you like Donald Trump or not in his regime, he can send your ass to prison or send you out of the country. It's not like ICE hadn't done it before. There was a white woman that was a Trump supporter, And for some reason, they detained her. She worked for a school. All right. Thank you for being here, Linda. I knew somebody was out there. All right. Linda Calabro is Calabro. I'm probably blowing the pronunciation on your name, but I'm doing the best I can, baby. All right. On the last word last night, Lawrence was talking to a couple of psychiatrists and psychologists, and you realize that this goes back to he'd only been in a couple of weeks, and psychiatrists were already saying there was something wrong with him, seriously. And they interviewed them because after his Mad King behavior accelerating, and it's pressures from his tariffs. He sees only himself, and that's the narcissist in him. Is everything is about him. That's why he punched down at the prime minister of Denmark, because she's fighting him. And he has to punch back because everything is about him. And all this bullshit about. And also think of it this way. He's got pressure from his tariffs, his economy, his world policy, and his bullying of our allies already. Sometimes it really gets hard, but I keep it up because we're now seeing him melting down. He's not going to get any better, according to the psychiatrist. He's just going to get worse. And the more he realizes everything that he touches dies, then he's just going to get worse. He will act meaner. He will do more things. Now his tariffs are affecting U.S. Steel to lay temporarily, they're saying, to lay off 200 workers. That's because these tariffs have cost them more money for the materials they had to have to make the steel. They're not going to take a loss for Donnie either. And I expect, and it will be, because what he's calling for is a federal register to go in effect in 60 days, and this will be fought in court. Everything he's coming up with is going to the courts, because in the case of birthright citizenship, that's against the 14th Amendment. But we know this man don't give a shit what's in the Constitution. It interferes with what he wants to be, a dictator. And I keep hoping. And what are we hearing from Republicans? Crickets. They don't want to get into it. All right. Bravo, chick. My Braves fan. All right. Glad to see you there. Let me kind of see what else. Yeah, I've been wondering that myself. Wendy, I've been wondering. It is weird. In a way, it makes me think that the mooch is basically out to make money and write a book himself, or keep himself on the TV circuit. And right up until he was on Bill Maher, he was still defending him. he was saying, yeah, it's wrong for him to tweet like he does and all that. But strange that he goes on CNN after that weekend, that Friday night, and suddenly they're going to have to replace the Donald on the ticket. That's a big leap on his part. So we'll have to keep an eye on what he's doing. All right. It was so hot on the White House lawn. I got this from Rachel last night that one of the reporters' phone auto shut down. It wasn't a battery, wasn't anything else. It was plain too damn hot. And he stood out there and was melting down again. He was all sweaty. The most disgusting thing I found on the lawn, and I'm going to see if I can find on YouTube the whole thing, because I have seen bits and pieces of it on CNN and on MSNBC. I want to see the whole thing, because he was referring to himself staying in office for 10 to 12 years. Ain't going to happen. Not under the present Constitution and laws we have on the books. He can't do that. But the damn Republicans have been bought out by the Russians, so there's no telling what he can get away with. Let's see what else I got. Yeah, that's what I wanted to cover. And I just got it. I keep forgetting to bring a pen out here. And it was brought out too. He contradicts himself. Just watch him. First, he was going to have stronger gun laws. Then he was against it. Then he was for it. And then the NRA had a talk with him, and now he's against it again. That we've got a lot of good laws out there. But yet, he's going to look into more when Congress gets back. All right. Let's see what else I got. Governor Jay Inslee drops out of the race, and he is going to go back and run for a second term as governor. I love that idea. And he also was put climate change out front, and I'll just go on that for a minute. The Amazon is burning up, and of course that right-wing nut job down there is claiming that it's his opposition is setting fire to all that to make him look bad. Bullshit. He's a climate change denier. Where have we seen that in this country? Isn't there a president that's kind of like that? Their president? Yeah, that's right. Donnie thinks it's a Chinese hoax. Oh, and that brings me to something else. And I had seen it just before I came on. Let me look down through this stuff. Bear with me. But I have got a lot of stuff on his line out there. He lied or brought Obama's name into it 20 times in 30 minutes. That's how much he hates Obama. And then had the nerve. Remember when he went in office that he thought Obama liked him? What was the like about him? Let's see. I had that somewhere, and I don't want to do it without it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, here it is. I was about ready for page 2 anyway. All right. Did you get the way he said, I am the chosen one, and looked toward the sky and then looked back and kept talking about the Chinese tariffs? And And by doing that, has it ever occurred to that little pea brain he has in his head? The farmer's subsidies is borrowed money from China. You damn idiot. Then he went on to, when he was talking, he went on to praise Putin on Crimea like it's their property. We can't do anything about it. And he brought Obama into it at that point too. And now he's threatening to release ISIS prisoners, I guess, in Guantanamo Bay back into the countries they were in, France and Germany. Boy, that's going to make the French and the Germans happy. That's all he does is attack our allies. I guess the only ally we're going to have is North Korea and Russia. Well, quite frankly, I would like to find another damn country to live in. Oh, also yesterday, this I got from Don Lemon was talking with Beto O'Rourke, and a clip from the White House lawn was played yesterday, or played last night. Donnie visits his reception in El Paso at the hospital about the love for him and how there were hundreds there. The whole floor was full of people. Damn liar. And Beto said, he's a sick man. And of course, I agree, because where in his head does he see? That's another reason he didn't want the press in there, because he can lie all he wants and he thinks nobody knows what actually happened, that no patients wanted to see him. All right, let me move on. Oh, he went on to lie while he was out there. He went on to lie again about Obama, that the Philippines wouldn't let Obama land. That's bullshit. The meeting with Duterte was canceled. It wasn't a plane in the air trying to land in the Philippines, you damn idiot. But your little minions, they don't give a shit whether it's true or not. You said it, so it's got to be the truth. Make my butt hurt. And Rachel was talking about what's missing from the U.S. government under the a-hole in chief. Secretary of the following departments: U.S. Department of Homeland Security. A chief is missing, or an acting chief, acting in all these roles now, and no actual chief of U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Also, there is not a chief, only an acting chief of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. There is only an acting chief in the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. All are acting officials for a reason. They do not have to seek approval from Congress. He is screwing up our whole government. And to top that off, I wanted to go into, or I told you about, he wants to get rid of birthright citizenship. The new policy on immigrant families would face indefinite detention under new Trump rule. In other words, what they're doing is they'll hold those families and those children There will be no oversight by anybody on ICE, which I've already said they are too powerful. They have to be put in line and under government where they're just going to do whatever in the hell they want. And this is being done for a reason. Private, for-profit prisons. That's what it's about. Make the money. The fascists are just thriving off of this. This reading almost didn't do it out here, but Grace was making tea on the table in front of where I usually rant from. And the other side, she was trying to set up dishes to eat here in a few minutes. Under that new rule, ICE will supervise everything itself. No lawyers allowed to see those people. I think, and they didn't say it, or Rachel didn't say it, but I say that says no oversight by Congress or anyone else, just ICE. Let's see if I can get to the well, folks, looks like I about got through that one. Let me check this page too. I think I kind of skipped over it. But like I was saying the other day on Facebook, it is getting very hard to do these because he is overloading us with information every day. Fortunately for the American public and the majority of the American people, they're seeing him more as what he is. He's gone mad. He is determined that he is going to keep his position in government, and he don't give a damn who don't like it, and he will strike out against those that stand up to him. All right, I thought I would get that all out. And of course, I'll be back down on regular YouTube tomorrow. Put these papers back in order. I usually go in. I've gotten to where instead of keeping notebooks of it, I just get rid of it. That way I'm not going out and repeating things the next day, the same subject matter. But like I was saying, he's overloading. I am so thankful for Velda, and I'm so thankful for Buddy Davis and Richard Anderson, Leo, the biker Leo, and John Brivido, because it's getting to be a load now, folks, and you know it too. Well, the wind is kicking up again. I'm hoping, since it's blowing everything my way, that it's not affecting the microphone. But I will let you go for now and get back in there. I got dinner to get to in just a little bit. I'll kind of look at comments because, unfortunately, unless I play it when I play it back later, it will give me these running comments, I believe, in real time. All right. Yeah, I wish that too, Wendy. There's quite a few of these that are senators, and they need to wake up and smell the coffee and realize they're not going to be in it and last. We need for them to start concentrating on their own campaigns for Senate and representatives and go about doing that. You're going to have people, Beto's already saying he's in it to the end. I would like to see him back off somewhat, I think he would make a great vice presidential candidate after we decide who uh, is going to be representing us in the election. But I can't see him overcoming the obstacles that he's already got. He would be higher in the polls uh, by now and have raised. You've got to be a certain percentage in the polls now, plus raise a certain amount of money to even qualify for debates. And I'm thankful for the ones that are dropping out because they should go run for governor. In the case of Hickenlooper, I think he's going to run for Senate. So some good can come out of this. And that's what I'm looking at is we've got excellent candidates, but as they are lower in the polls, they're going to have to drop out. And I'm hoping they don't hang in there to the point that they can't do something about seeking another office, representative, senator, or whatever. All right, folks, I'll let you go. Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier too. Hey, Be Free. I was thinking that about the 25th Amendment, but that won't work. You've got a bunch of fascists in the cabinet. They have to agree to it. They're never going to agree to it. What my worry is Doofus will wait around until he knows that we're impeaching him and the Republicans start turning around. He's going to pull a Richard Nixon, resign around July or August of next year, and then we're going to be stuck with Pence, and Pence will pardon him. I don't want that to happen. If we can get something done before the election, it needs to be done because we don't want him to resign and then end up with Pence. Although Pence would be easier to beat, I don't want this asshole to get away with all the crimes that he's committed for decades and walk free. Him and his damn family, too. All right. Yep, there's sycophants. That's why crickets out of the Republicans right now. You're not hearing a damn thing because they have to back the asshole. They have no choice. All right, folks. I'll let you go. Later on when I come back up to always check. Last time I checked, I've got 63 subscribers now, and that usually changes after I do one. People seem to like me coming out on the porch. Maybe that's a better way to do these YouTube, since I'm not going to draw a lot of people right away. I got 4 likes now, 3 people out here watching, so I like it, y'all. And Blue Dots will get this thing growing, and I will see you again on Facebook tomorrow. I'm going to try to kind of change things up and do these early ones. That way, because when John does his Friday, I want to see it too. And I sure don't want to be doing mine when he's doing his, or, he has to upload his. So I'm hoping everybody kind of likes 3:30 or so, because I can get that over with. Thank everybody for coming, and I thank all of you for attending this too. We are Blue Dots. We are the Guardians of Freedom, and That's what it's about. We're drawing more people. My group now has 154 people on Rant and Randy's Rant, the True Patriots group. So that's growing too. And believe me, not everybody agrees. Not everybody is viewing my videos out there, but uh, we're drawing more attention for the Blue Dot family. And that's what it's about. I love you, America. I love you, Blue Dots. Uh, peace. Resist, insist, persist, and insist that we get the fascists out of the White House. It's our America, and we're taking it back. It is liberty. They're not changing the plaque on liberty. Not while there's a breath in me. All right. Have a good one. Share this shit, America. Let's get it out there. Bye bye. And I will see you tomorrow on Facebook.